Alright, we're back. And today we're going to be doing a review on a fishing kit. The Bass Tackle Kit. As you can see. The Bass Tackle Kit and the Survival Tips playing cards. Alright, let's get into this. Alright. First thing we have is some bass hooks. These are the ones that you hook to the artificial worms. Here, let me get them out and show you how you do that. Sorry I'm taking so long. These hooks are hard to get out of here. You take one of these artificial worms, and to hook one of these, you go through the top, you go down, you go all the way down a little ways, you go down pretty good ways, you take the head and you push it all the way up to the head of this hook, and then you turn it around like so and you hook this part right here. But you're supposed to get all the whole head up there. There we go. Then you hook it right there, and then when you put it on your line, you jig it in the water, or you lift it up and down, and then that's how you catch the fish. That was the hooks. Now, one of the most common uses for a rattle trap is to catch bass, but it can also be used to catch a lot of other things. A rattle trap is a very useful, very, very useful fishing tool, fishing lure, because it's shiny and it's got two treble hooks, so when you're jigging it through the water and they grab that thing, they ain't getting loose. Unless the line snaps, you got your fish. And that was the rattle trap. Now this thing right here, it's like a thing that you hook to the side of the bank and you put your fishing line on and your hooks, and you hook your fish on it, and then you hook it to the side of the bank and you put your fishing line on, then you hook it to the back, and then you hook your fish, and you can hang them off the bank in the water so they stay alive and fresh. Next thing we have is an artificial grub. These things, I've tried them, but they don't work very good for bass. These right here, these work very good for bass, because that twirly tail moves through the water, and it's very useful. These grubs right here, them bright ones, they go after them like a bite out of heck. So them right there would be very useful in a survival situation. Whatever this is, I don't know what this is, but if you know what it is, it's like little floats on two pieces of wire. I don't know what this is. Leave it down in the comments below if you know what this thing is. And just leave it down in the comments below. And right here's a tool you use to cut fishing line with. See it right there? It's like a little blade on the inside of that. If you're lucky, you could probably use it to cut your fingernails. Yeah, you could. I don't think it worked very well though. These right here is floats or beads that you put on like a lure, but I ain't gonna go through this. Swivels, you can buy these at any store, any place. You can buy these swivels anywhere. Here is a lure that you use to catch bass with. I don't know what that's used for. I guess you hook two minnows to it and then it sinks or something. And you have your artificial sinkers that you use for the artificial worms, and that's the sinkers you use for it. You don't catch bass like you do trout or anything. Warheads, these things very useful. They jig through the water and they keep the thing. You can use these with worms, artificial worms, grubs, any kind of worm, I guess. And now we move on to the Survival Tips playing cards. These are like $1 at Walmart, I think. Let me open them up real quick. They have survival tips on them. Or you can use them as playing cards. That's a Joker. Here's one. You can also use them as goldfish cards, phase 10, anything. Because they got them numbers on them. All of them do. See? They have survival tips on them too, but I ain't going to go through those. I ain't going to make you sit through a friggin' long video just to go through all the dadgum things. And that was the 2 things I reviewed today, and I'll see you next time.